This video will contain spoilers. Terrifier free mixed ratings. I watched it in cinema. To think that there was anyone in this that I recognized prior to watching it, if you know what I mean. Like, I know who, fucking, what's his name? David Howard Thornton is now. But I didn't know any of these people before I had seen the film. To be clear, I have never seen the others. I'm aware that the first one doesn't have a connection, but I haven't seen Terrifier 2. So, quite a lot of the story elements of it, I didn't know. I didn't know if Art was like just a regular old clown or a demon. I didn't know if he spoke or not. And I'm actually glad he didn't speak because, I mean, it does somewhat make him scarier, but overall it wasn't a scary film at all. It was very, very tame. I jumped quite a bit, but the jumps were like just minor things, whereas with all the other ones, when I jump, I jump. We're not talking like throw the fucking popcorn everywhere jump. Just, a regular jump. I'm tired of saying that word. I'm glad he doesn't speak because also, like, he deserves awards for his acting skills because the fact that he was able to. It's not a comedy, but he was really funny in all his facial expressions and all that. And it's weird to think that he's not even the first guy to play Art. There was someone else that did it before him. I seen this with Ben Man, Dylan, and Ginger, who they're basically all the group is now. This does for. Um, I forget what I was going with this. They I don't know what Ginger's opinion was. Dylan couldn't wait to get out the door. He didn't like it at all. And Ben Man, he actually said that it was one of his favorite horror films, possibly his favorite overall. Um, the plot, I think I actually enjoyed the plot over everyone else, but because I was able to sort of pick up the pieces based on like flashbacks and shit like that, whereas they just, I mean, it's not like it's a complicated thing to do, but they just couldn't be bothered, I guess. I think part of the reason why they wanted to watch it, Ginger was the one who pushed for it initially. And I think it's because of all the things saying that, people were throwing up and exiting and all that. And I think what happened was that they intentionally got people who are squeamish at things like that and paid them to watch the film just so they could say, "Oh yeah, people were throwing up." But it's not people who were interested in the film throwing up. It's people who were paid to watch the film that were throwing up. It the gore, yeah, there is quite a lot of it, but it just doesn't look as real as other horror films. I think maybe I've been looking for more gore and stuff like that. Um, but I think actually maybe more makes it doesn't seem right, or maybe just this one in particular didn't seem right. I don't know. The blood kind of looked off, kind of like the way that it's pink in Saw 7. I get that they did that for the 3D effects, but I don't get why it looks off in this. I think that's all I have to say about this one. I didn't like it at the start. I thought it was basically just going to be Art kills a person, next scene Art kills a person, and so on. But then they introduced Sienna, and Then it was Sienna having a mental breakdown, then Art killing people, then Sienna having a meltdown, and so on. Then they actually give it a plot. And by the end, I actually did quite enjoy it. This isn't going to give me spoilers. ER, universally positive ratings, created by Michael Crichton. I think it's an NBC original series. I watched it on all four. Noah Wyle, George Clooney, Alex Kingston. Okay, here's the first spoiler, Ming Na Wen. Another spoiler, Mekhi Phifer, Linda Cardellini. Another spoiler, John Stamos. Another spoiler, the girl from Law & Order SVU. Scott Grimes, William H. Macy. Another spoiler, Maria Bello. Another spoiler, Georgia Fox. Another spoiler, Jared Padalecki. Another spoiler, Angela Bassett. Another spoiler, Julie Bowen. Another spoiler, CCH Binder. Another spoiler, Candy Alexander. Another spoiler, Tandy Wayne Newton. Still didn't get the last name right, but fuck it. Usually with shows, I kind of know who's in it, because I just go on IMDb and fuck about and get everything spoiled. But with this, I knew of some people in it. I knew at the start you had George Clooney and Noah Wyle. And then towards the end you had Scott Grimes and Linda Cardellini. And then there was a doctor who had lost his hand. Like, it went through a fucking helicopter blade. And then later on, another helicopter crashed on top of him. And that's basically everything I knew about the show going into it. I'd actually started watching the first episode a very, very long time ago, around the time that I watched that time travel movie, Project Almanac or whatever it's called. I wasn't bored or anything, it's just the fact that it was, it put me off a bit that it was an hour and 20 minutes rather than 40. Like, I thought, yeah, this is great. And then on Thursday, I'm recording this on Saturday, I had finished Criminal Minds with my granddad. We've been watching this since May, possibly. Like, it is the longest show we've done in a while. And on top of that, I have a job. Or, I don't know if I said this in any of my other videos. I quit my job. Just all the bullshit I couldn't handle anymore. And also because I had been suspended, I got a bit of a break. And, you know, I just couldn't sort of... This is a very, very immoral comparison, but fuck it. It's kind of like when a prisoner gets released and he just can't reintegrate into society because everything's changed. So yeah, Criminal Minds was we seen it from season 6 onwards. And I had a job, so it took a very long time. It was the longest show I'd seen in a while. The last one that was anywhere near that long was Elementary. But yeah, I had a job when I seen Elementary, but I was only working Saturdays, and I don't go to his house on Saturdays, so it wasn't affecting us watching the show. So we went through that quite quickly. But yeah, the plan for after Criminal Minds was initially going to be Blue Bloods, because it's really the last show on Paramount Plus that he would like. And I was planning on watching Blue Bloods before Criminal Minds, because Blue Bloods isn't as good, and there's also less episodes of it. I forget what I was going to say. Yeah, but then I decided, fuck it, I really want to see Criminal Minds, and I've seen that, and then I was going to go on the Blue Bloods, and I decided, oh wait, I can download shit from my Skybox onto my iPad and then screen mirror the iPad to his Chromecast, and we can watch stuff. He has Skybox, but he doesn't know what the password is, so I can't download shit. But tried watching Poker Face, and it said, oh, you can't use mirroring apps while using the Sky app. So when I'd also downloaded a film that was on Film 4. I thought, right, I'll just go onto the All 4 app and watch that. But then I remembered All 4 has ER, and I was like, I really want to see this. And I think I think he would like it. I don't know if he likes medical dramas, but I know that it's quite dramatic. So maybe. And we put it on, and he said it was all right, and then he said it was great, and then he said it was all right. We've seen 8 episodes so far, and yeah, it is. I've been saying all that, and I still have yet to actually say my opinion on the show. It was great, although I think it's quite unrealistic with the amount of explosive shit that's going on. I get that, it's an ER. There is going to be emergencies and shit like that. It's going to be very stressful, very dramatic. But there was an episode where a guy fucking crashes into the ER, and there's things like that happen all the time. It seems quite unrealistic. I get that it's the most medically accurate show, but it's just the drama. I think they took a step too far, but it still is very, very entertaining. I know it's weird for a show this big, and that's all I have to say, but that's all I have to say. Sorry. The Wedding Singer, mixed ratings. I watched it on Prime. Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore. And also Steve Buscemi. It's quite easily the worst Adam Sandler film. Ones that Bim has shown me. Just it didn't. It's not that the jokes weren't landing. It's that it just didn't really seem like they were putting in an attempt to be funny. It was more. It was more romance than comedy, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just when I go into an Adam Sandler film, I expect to laugh my ass off.